Hey guys, so today what we're going to do, or tonight I should say, is we're going to do a flipped classroom. A flipped classroom is when you learn the material at home so you could come into class and delve deeper into the knowledge and the material that we're going to be working with. And today is purely speaking of multi-step inequalities. So hopefully by the end, we will know how to answer the objective of how do we still solve inequalities with multi-steps. So the goal is to solve them for X, but using our mnemonic DCMS. So just remember there are certain important things you need to remember. You cannot combine across like terms across the equal sign. You need to perform the opposite operation when crossing the inequality sign. When multiplying or dividing across the inequality, you must remember to switch the inequality sign to keep the inequality true. You still need to follow DCMS. It's just the way we work. Make sure you have the variable on the left-hand side of the inequality so it's easier to interpret your solutions. And at the end, make sure you reread the question and find the number that answers the question. So remember, DCMS stands for distribute to remove parentheses, combine like terms on the same side of the inequality, move your letters left if there are on both sides, and then solve for the variable and always ask what's happening to X. So right now, I'm just going to make sure that you have your green packet out on inequalities or print out the pages 5 through 12. You'll need these for the Edpuzzle and tomorrow's lesson. Have a pen or pencil ready, along with a calculator to work out the problems and take notes on solving multi-step inequalities. And then now I'd like you to turn to page 5 and go to the flipped classroom that says multi-step inequalities together. Okay, here we go. So example number 1, what is the solution of the inequality 4x minus 30 is greater than or equal to negative 3 times x minus 4? So when we attack these, we always write down DCMS and ask ourselves, is there distributing? And the answer is yes. We're going to distribute negative 3 to x and negative 3 to negative 4, and we would get negative 3x plus 12. Bring everything else down. Now we see, is there any combining like terms on either side? And the answer is no, there's no combining like terms. But we do have moving letters. Is there moving letters? Yes. We have that negative 3x has to get over to that 4x. How do we do that? Well, we add 3x to both sides. So we cross it off on the right-hand side and we get 4x plus 3x is 7x. And then we're going to bring everything else down. So we end up getting 7x minus 30 is greater than or equal to 12. Now we're going to solve. Solving is asking what's happening to x. Well, what is happening to x is being multiplied by 7 and subtracted by 30. So now in order to solve, you have to reverse the order and operation. So we're going to step 1, add 30 to both sides. Step 2, divide by 7. So here we go. Add 30, and we cross out those, and we get 7x. Bring it down, 7x is greater than or equal to 42. Step 2 is divide by 7. When we divide by 7 on both sides, we're going to get x is greater than or equal to 6. So that should be your solution. Now you're going to get to try one on your own. So turn it over and work out number 2 on your own. This is what it should look like. Your answer should be x is less than negative 3. I highlighted at the end. If you didn't remember to flip your inequality, you probably made a mistake. So please make sure you hone in on that information. When dividing across the inequality sign by a negative, you need to flip that sign. Okay? So now we're going to go to example number 3 and work that out together. So it says when 6 minus 2x minus 6 less than 8 times x minus 5 is solved through x, what is the smallest integer solution? So before we can answer that, we have to actually solve the equation. So let's look at 16 minus 2x minus 6 is less than 8 times x minus 5. So go through DCMS. Is there distributing? Yes. We're going to multiply 8 times x minus 5 and get 8x minus 40. Bring everything else down. Now we go to combining like terms. Is there any combining like terms? Yes. On the left-hand side, there's 16 minus 6, and we get 10. Bring everything else down. So we have our negative 2x plus 10 less than 8x minus 40. Next step, move. M for move letters left. Are there letters on the right-hand side? Yep. We're going to move the 8x over by subtracting 8x from both sides. So you cross it off. You do negative 2x minus 8x, get negative 10x. We're going to bring everything else down. So we get negative 10x plus 10x is less than negative 40. Now it's to solve. So here's where we ask, what's happening to x? X is being multiplied by negative 10 and added by 10. So we're going to reverse the order in operations. So step 1 and 2 are subtract 10 from both sides and then divide by negative 10. So here we go. Subtract 10 from both sides. We cross it off. We bring our negative 10 down and we answer on the right-hand side. We get negative 10x is less than negative 50. Now we're going to divide by negative 10 on both sides. If we divide by negative 10 on both sides, just remember when we're dividing by a negative, we need to flip that inequality sign. So our final answer is going to be x is greater than 5. Go back to the question. The question is asking, what is the smallest integer solution for x? So if x is greater than 5 and we look at a number line, all numbers greater than 5 are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and everything else going on into infinity. Well, why didn't we include 5? Because it's not equal to it. So it's all numbers greater than 5. So we extend our line down to that point where the open circle is. And now we ask ourselves, what's the smallest integer solution? An integer is a positive or negative whole number. So when we look at our number line, that would be 6. 6 is the smallest integer that satisfies that inequality. Everything else is bigger. So 6 is the final answer. So now what I'm going to make sure you guys have, I'm going to try it over. I know it says workout number 2, but it really means number 4. And that's going to be this equation. And when you're done, we're going to see how you do. And we'll see where we go tomorrow. So your answer should have been x is greater than 11. And 12 is the smallest integer because that's the smallest number above 11. All right. So let's see how we do from here. We will reconvene tomorrow and I'll let you know where we're going. Have a great day. I hope this made sense.